What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to be reviewing the Titans Return Flameout and Twintwist. I was really excited to get this guy. I definitely wanted a companion figure for Topspin, and this isn't really out in stores yet, so it's kind of hard to get. And I was just got impatient, so I bought it from eBay. On the box, you just got a nice image of the head taking off from the body. Nice product shot here. It looks like the headmaster is really plain. He's got no paint on him whatsoever. And then it shows the modes and the headmaster sitting inside of the cockpit. And a few other figures here. It does have a bio. You can read that if you need to. And a couple other figures that are in this wave. I don't think I'll be getting any of these. Yep, that's really it. This is really just a childhood... This brings back a childhood memory for me. That's why I got it. Doesn't necessarily fit in the Masterpiece line, although it's good enough for me to be in the Masterpiece line. Several years ago, they came out with these Mech Ideas figures. There was Topspin and Twintwist. They were third-party figures. I actually think these are better than those. I like the design of these. It's a little bit hollow in some spots, but in general, overall, I really like these. I think they did a really nice job with these. So that's really it for the packaging. Let's get it open, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got this guy out of the box, and once again Hasbro went cheap and gave us this non-resealable box with the twisty ties. I hate the twisty ties so much because it's just so wasteful, but whatever, not much you can do about that. And I'm not willing to wait for the Takara version of these. I'm sure they'll be good, but it's going to take forever. So here he is. He looks really good out of the package. He's basically a mirror image of his brother here, and let's bring him in. Here's Topspin. So you kind of get the opposite colors here, except for the knee pads. They're more like red and yellow. Now you can have them sort of pointed outwards, and they're pretty tight actually. But or you can have them sort of in. But either way, it looks pretty cool. I like the colors there. His guns, you get these colored blue and silver versus just the white and silver that we got on Topspin. And they fit in just like the other one. And it looks good. You can really... now the mold is exactly the same, so you can get the same kind of dynamic poses you could get with Topspin. And it looks good. His head sculpt is definitely different. Let's get a close up here. So you can kind of see. Let's actually take them off. Pretty tight. You can kind of see this one's got the goggles, and even the mouth and the nose are different. So definitely a different head sculpt here. The only problem with this guy is the headmaster is literally no paint. He's like all gray, a little bit of blue on the eyes. At least this guy had a little bit of color breakup, right? Because he had... It's not much better, but at least he had some blue and white, but he had no painted eyes. This guy has painted eyes, but nothing else is painted. So kind of a strange choice to have completely all gray, but you get what you pay for. You know, these are not expensive. These are about 20 bucks, at least in America. I don't know about other countries. By the way, I watch reviews by Chefatron. He's located in the Philippines. Somehow he always gets these toys like as soon as they're announced. Like he gets them so quickly. I don't even know how he gets them. So I always watch his reviews, but man, he gets them so early. Anyway, this guy does look good. I think they're a good pair. They kind of go together. I'll probably have one in robot mode and one in vehicle mode on my shelf. But overall, they have a really good look. So going into Twintwist here a little bit more, he's got the tank tracks here. There's nothing on them. There's a wheel here, so it looks like he might roll in vehicle mode on those little wheels. But they look good. I think they're going to look good in vehicle mode. Now obviously the white, this is going to be on the inside, so you're not going to see that. But yeah, he's got some nice paint, got a little detail here that we didn't have on top spin. The same yellow paint here, Autobot symbol there. Nothing really on the back, but you don't really look at the back. So that's really it. He's got the yellow accents, but that's similar to these accents here. And then nothing on the crest, but I don't think he had anything on the crest. We'll try to get a image. Now, he wasn't in the G1 cartoon, but we do have the G1 figure and G1 animations of this guy. So we'll put that up in the corner so you can do a quick comparison. But because he wasn't in the cartoon, we'll never know if this is screen accurate or not, because they never actually had him in the cartoon, and they didn't have this guy either. But again, two of my favorite characters. I had these toys as kids, and I always loved the way they looked. And I was excited when I found out they were going to make newer, more articulated, nicer versions of them. So that's really it for. Oh, you can also get these guys this folded out like this if you want, but it's pretty ugly. I don't think anyone wants it like that. And you can have a forward too, but again, does not look good like that. You really just want them all the way back. That's really it for posing options. So let's get this guy transformed into vehicle mode, and we will be right back. Alright guys, here we have Twintwist transformed into his vehicle mode, and it is awesome. It really reminds me of the G1 toy. We'll put an image up here for a quick comparison, but I think it looks great. I think they did a great job with this mold. And even the paint, they've got this silver paint on the drills and on the guns, and I think that's actually the best place for the guns is on the side there. You can also put them back here if you want to, but I think it looks best right there. It just kind of fits in perfect. I love that it has blue on it. It's a good mix. Now you can, just like the top spin figure, you can have this guy lie down inside the cockpit. It doesn't really fit if you have him sitting up. You have to kind of get him lying down in there, and he does fit, and that's cool. I think that's a nice gimmick they didn't have in the original figure. Now here, bringing in top spin here. When I covered this, by the way, I never covered all the options you have here with this. You could actually, you could plug these in up here, right? Or you could use the little tabs here on the top to plug it in on the bottom, like that, and you get this look. And I don't know if that's official or not. I don't think it is, but there's like two tabs. You could have it forward, kind of like sticking out like that, or you could have it sort of right in the middle, which is where I like it, right about there. And then it looks like you've got, missile pods. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but I just didn't cover that during my review, so I figured I'd talk about that option. It's nice that they gave you the option. Now this one came with a little landing gear, which was pretty much useless. You don't really use that landing gear. This one has 4 wheels, so one here, and then 2 in the back. One of them is a little rough turning, but I mean, it rolls fine, so that's pretty cool. But I really like the contrast between these two figures. They just look, I'm going to take these and put them on top because they keep falling off. You can also actually combine, let's see, I think you can combine these together. That's what those tabs were meant for. And then you're supposed to put it on the side, something like that. So you had some options there. I don't know, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me, so I don't prefer not to do that. You could also do a couple things with the little boosters here. Now the boosters are different on this one. This one has like more like a sleek look and like these little panels on the top. And again, you can do the same little thing. You could flip these over if you wanted to have a different look, but I like the design here. It's a very fun transformer to transform. It's Very nostalgic to the 80s, but yet updated, you know, has that updated feel. It's what I want in a Transformer. So let's just get this guy off to the side here for now. But in terms of features, there's not really a lot. I mean, you've got the wheels, it does roll. You get the opening cockpit here, which is nice. You know, they didn't need to include that feature. I guess with the Headmaster, they kind of had to have that. And again, you can mount this guy in a few spots, I think. Actually, I don't see any pegs on this one. So on Topspin, we had a couple little pegs on his wings here. So you could kind of have him standing on the wing, which I don't know why you'd want Titan Master standing on the wing, but you could do it if you wanted to. You also kind of pretend this is a seat and have him... Oh, I see. His feet sit in there, and you can have him sit like that up on top. So I suppose you could do that here too. You could have a figure sit on top and pretend that's a seat. It's not really a seat, but you could pretend. So that's okay. It's nice that they have that feature, but they did not include little pegs to mount the guy on the sides. But that's pretty much it. I actually really like these guys. I'm going to keep it for my Masterpiece collection. I know they're not Masterpiece, but they're good enough for me. And I waited, what is it, 30 years for them to make it. So, you know, I had the original toys, and they were great, but, you know, they were jump starters, and they didn't really transform much. They didn't have a lot of play value to them, other than you could wind them up and they would open up. That was it. These have a lot more play value, a lot more posability, and I just think overall it's really good. You know, they did a great job with these two. Now I can't say that for all the Titans Return line. There are some that aren't so great. They have a lot of gaps, or, you know, hollowness to them. This one does not have hollowness to it. It actually fills in all the hollowness. I mean here, but you don't really see that in any mode, and also here. But both of those are not really visible in either robot or vehicle mode. You know, you can kind of get that covered up. So I'm okay with it. I think they did. You know, you got your money's worth for $20. I think it's not bad. One quick thing we got to do here is measure this guy. So from nose to tail, 6 inches, and with the guns mounted, about 4.5, or without the guns, about 3 inches wide. So pretty good figure overall. And then height wise, about 2 inches to the top of his back here. So nice size figure. I think he lines up well with his brethren. As far as weight, you got just about 4 ounces, a little short of 4 ounces, 3 3/4. So a nice size figure. But that's it this time, guys. Please let me know if you have any questions on these, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.